Christmas memories begin at Miller's, where you'll find the most amazing selection of decorations and gifts for the holidays. Traditions start with hello, hey, hi, peeps, folks. Social media family being on whatsoever racist, but then not necessarily being on whatever walks of life, factions of society, lifestyle preferences. I mean, you have got to recognize and realize people's places and things. Being in the wrong place at the wrong time, the wrong crowd can or could possibly have some or such rather serious consequences, Then how come I ain't seeing more peeps folks show up in my personal chat room whenever I get online or whatever time? It's like lately I've been seeing just one person pop up. What's up with that? But anyway, getting back to the basic intro, before I would have go on with the following for whatever else for that matter, other subject matter, the issue at hand to be debated, of giving an argument to be discussed with the many different views and opinions affiliated associated with and representing that thereof. Be able to speak upon a couple, a few, or four or more, regardless of whether or not some of such could possibly be a controversy or a plague upon any given society, likewise or not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Or whatever country or nation here and there representing the global community within this pandemic existence as we have it. You know what I'm saying? Peace, folks, being of whom are among yourselves and my social media family, that is, being of whom are in addition among yourselves of the old, young alike of both the two sexual genders of males and females, representing not only the human species, but then the global community within this post-911 era of a new millennium of apocalyptic day and age, where the doomsday clock is now at a couple few minutes to midnight, compared on our formerly previously or prior to then was at a quarter midnight for these rather biblically prophetic times. Then how y'all doing, peace, folks? Huh? My social media family, famo? Huh? Well, hopefully everyone is feeling at least okay, if not better yet to be said, to be feeling all right, but not about to be said to be feeling blessed and stressed, more blessed and stressed, too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and your family and friends, and hopefully me and mine likewise as well. All the same, don't look good, ladies. Don't look good, ladies. Say, don't look good, ladies. Don't look good, ladies. Don't look good, ladies. Don't look good, ladies. I ain't saying like Pretty Boy Floyd. Then I ain't saying like some cast member of Tosh O, something like that. Though that's a pretty how should I put it, hilarious or funny TV show. And then I ain't like really a fan of it so much, because I refuse to become a card carrying member to the LGBT community, because that's what that TV show is like, supposed to be hooked up with, not to contradict myself with the way I'm like, at the moment, Eventually I'll be like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but anyway, though, I get on that to begin with. Oh yeah, I was thinking about getting more so forth. And it was something else I was saying. I can't remember for the life of me. As I lost another train of thought. That happened when you get up in age and so forth. Yeah, give me something like ginkgo biloba. That's probably some kind of we call drug substance or medicine item product that's supposed to increase your memory. You know what I'm saying? Where was that now? Anyway, though, I was saying the more words or less, But then you see the title of this here. We'll get to that shortly. But yeah, I was saying last, something about y'all asking y'all how y'all feel, Well, if you stumble upon $1 million, let me know. If it's clean money, I want a percentage of it. Otherwise, if it's not, you can keep all that dirty money for yourself. Then it cuts on. I ain't trying to go to the can or the crazy house or both. If you caught pocketing some such change that don't belong to you, especially if it be like some such that could fall off one of those what we call monetary financial armory trucks, because a lot of them bags of money be having tracers in it. I'm commenting to somebody that just popped up in my personal chat room whom I never seen before. At least I don't think I recognize his username. But then seeing how you popped in here, next time you come in with some more subscribers, as well as, that think about subscribing to my channel. First of all, what I mean, say my bad. The third time you come in here, if you don't subscribe here and now, the first or second time for that matter, then get me some more subscribers. What I mean, say, getting back to some such other. Yeah, a lot of them, not that I meant to go there, speak upon this particular subject matter, but now I need to come to mind, saying how a question has been put forth to me, with this person that comes to my chat room. I don't know who this is, but more than welcome to stay, just as long as you don't come here and attempt to diss me, because I ain't having it, I don't be jammed for any internet shows, not me here, famo. You know me. You down with OPP? Yeah, you know me. Then we'll get to that shortly after, as I was saying so far, the title for this particular social media broadcast of mine, Yeah. I mean, I keep it real, man. I keep it real 100. What's up? You got my word? What's up? What's up, man? Huh? You. Yeah. You wanna roll one way or roll another way? Huh? Anyway, though, y'all, yes. Yeah, I'm kind of broadcasting much earlier at the moment. Should I say sometimes be like that? No, because I don't really like be getting up at no damn crack of dawn. It all depends on, well, it's not literally actually the crack of dawn. It's about 6 something now. But proverbial neighbor from hell, male character himself has once again, sometimes it's much more regular. Like, well, I like to think that it's less regular. When I say sometimes, trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, because he be making extreme excessive noises and speaking upon those matters now that come to mind on a daily and nightly basis of different sorts of types, and interrupts my sleeping patterns. That's the only reason why I brought him up. I don't like to dwell on negative. People, a person like that got some serious mental disorders, mental problems, however said. They really like, he's the kind of neighbor that, you have to sleep with something up under your bed. Where's this thing at? Improvise. If not, it'd be like a Louisville slugger, So you could make like Babe Ruth or Hank Aaron hitting a home run. Get the fuck out of here, man. Ain't your bitch or hoe that you want to play me like one for? I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. I'm supposed to be trying to get right with God. Thinking of it with my intention to try to do so. The real Almighty, not the supposed so-called Almighty God. Seeing how I'm a believer in God, believe it or not. Regardless of how I'm, strut my stuff at the moment. Ladies, y'all want to get what you call a monthly calendar? A monthly calendar, yearly calendar. Well, make me the calendar boy of the month. What y'all could get to composing of me. Many different races of born and raised female person representing opposite sex. Seeing how I'm not gay, though I am, well, more or less, I don't mean to contradict myself, but I am kind of like a fan of this one gay TV show. It's pretty funny, though I could care less about becoming a card-carrying member to the LGBT community, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community. And the TV show in question that I'm making reference to is regarding one called by its title, Tosh O, something like that. And I'm like, that's a really Don't get me wrong. I ain't nowhere affiliated, associated with, representing, the Westboro Baptist Church with his bogus email address of www.godhatesfags.com. Then, because God, the God that I know of my own understanding as a believer, he don't hate faggots or cocksucking balls licking homos or Peter Pan peanut butter fairies or whatever they call themselves, whatever they wish to be called, or whatever some or such other they call them. God don't hate faggots. He just hates their alternative lifestyle preferences. Don't none of you gay guys be geeking and tweaking over my muscles. You gay guys are female impersonators or homos or faggots and transgenders. So far the last mentioned group male characters, I don't consider themselves as being because I think of it this way. If a person like being one of them the likes of, in other words, hermaphrodites, if they have two private parts of both sexes, ain't nowhere in the world I'm gonna consider the likes of them a woman. I'm gonna think of them as a man. You got a penis and a vagina, you a man. That's all you is to me. That's how I look at it. Anyway, getting back to some of such other, let me finish off this here basic intro before I would get to speaking upon any subject matter or issue at hand. Not that I had meant to offend anybody. If you think that I have or assume that I have done just that, if you're thinking with a rather limited mindset of a twisted, warped, wicked one, and not trying to think to give me the benefit of the doubt. I said trying, not attempting. The word trying is for persons being of whatever race and whatever walks of life who are law-abiding American citizens and are foreigners. The word attempted is for criminals. So I ain't trying to offend anybody, but then hopefully nobody will be attempting to offend me. Because I believe in, first of all, I believe in silence in the chat. If somebody comes to my personal chat room and disrespect me, then second of all, I believe in blocking a person. And this is just me. I don't know about anybody else, but the majority of most peeps, the folks, or whatever race and whatever walks of life, faction of society, lifestyle preferences, and it don't matter whichever gender you are, for that matter, male or female, etc. Green moon Martians from outer space, for that matter, human form, and Venetians and so forth that come invade our planet Earth and be perpetrating, attempting to blend in with the rest of us as they be some of such, aliens from elsewhere. No offense meant to my Mexican peeps, because I'm Puerto Rican. I'm supposed to be part Puerto Rican in myself. But getting back to some of such other. The majority of most peeps and folks who are blocked from my personal chat room, I don't let back in under no circumstances. That's just me. Homie here, I'm keeping it real. Regardless of how I may be looking like one of them ancient or what you call that fought with the Roman Empire gladiators back in the day when they were attempting to invade an island. The ancient peaks, with this here. Some say, when a person wears something like this here, like one could possibly be gay. No, not necessarily. I suppose a male person, that when a person being a male wears something like this here, some say one is supposedly like I ever said, but anyway, I suppose that some would say if a person wear a mohawk, one is no. Person wear a mohawk, one is not gay either. I like this kind of hat, so you don't like where I'm coming from on that? Get out. Here's the door. It's either my way or the highway. You don't come into my personal chat room and disrespect me here. I'm an original OG. No, not like on what's his face. Tracy Morgan. Come on with that TV show and speaking upon something doesn't matter that being. But thing is, I had seen that cocksucker. I call him a cocksucker because he might well be just that. I seen that nasty MF. I seen him in a movie flick dressed up like coming off like a female impersonator. Isn't that one of them kike movie flicks. No disrespect to the Jewish. But then the white Jewish are fake Jews. We blacks are the original Jews, They stole our identity and stole our land. Don't get to going there. I'm not anti-Semitic, I'm just saying, I mean, that's what the damn racist rednecks would call them, kikes, And I said, and having resentment for them having, stole our identity and stole our land. Not that I'm about to go like what we call like the seven Islamic hostile nations or countries that gathered upon the borders of the white. Let me just rephrase that: white Jewish state of Israel in '67. Really, with anti-Semitic action. But anyway, getting back to some of such other. So I seen. Let me put it like that. I seen Tracy Morgan in a. The Jewish white boy that can compare on the Jerry Seinfeld. I seen Tracy Morgan, the black brother, in in this one Adam Sandler movie flick or film. Hollywood, California, most pitch production. Yeah, Hollywood is like Hollywood then, because the majority of most Hollywood, California celebrities, they have sold their souls to the devil. They have gotten off into that secret society in particular, being which could be called, been renamed by a nickname of the Illuminati, and that is the feel associated with the title of my particular social media broadcast here, because a lot of the male celebrities, they get initiated into that particular secret society by giving other males head or getting fucked in their butt, fucked in their boo-boo, especially doggy style and spread eagle style, where other males get on top of them and get between their legs for that last mental sexual position and get the French kissing in the mouth and get the licking on their man tits. Don't look good, ladies. I'm for the ladies, man. I ain't with all that other. Yeah, I seen Tracy Morgan, the movie in question, or film or flick that I'm making reference to. It was a remake of a classic Burt Reynolds movie called The Longest Yard. Yeah, that's the one. Funny, I didn't have a memory lapse just then in mentioning that. But anyway, so yeah, he was dressed up like a female impersonator. I said, you ain't no OG, man. He's an old fag fart then. He's a sellout, Tracy Morgan. So I don't really care for that black brother anymore. And I had my suspicions about Kevin Hart. I'm still trying to give him the benefit of the doubt for how he went on a homo bash and rant, but then that wasn't cool. Like I said, don't get me wrong. Any of you all are male car cam members to the LGBT community. I'm no way affiliated, associated with the Westboro Baptist Church with its blasphemously ridiculous email address of www.godhatesfags.com. Because how many times have I told you all, whoever could pay a visit to my own personal chat room, be you of my social media family or not, or have yet to become some stuff. But if any of you come in here, don't diss me, don't come off like an internet troll, because I will block you, and you may be one of the majority that I never let back in here. And if you come in here, I expect the third time that you do, that you subscribe, and in due time, get on the business at hand, get me some more subscribers in here, because you got to have something like 4,000 subscribers before you get paid for this here. I don't get paid. I do this free of charge, though at times I have to force myself to broadcast. But anyway, getting back to some of such other, I was saying to you all, so far as, well, vice versa, though I let it be known, as I say and state this for the record, for anybody that could pay a visit to my personal chat room, that neither am I anti-Semitic, or whatever. I said, Prince of Peace, continue to regulate my mind compared to the Prince of Darkness to freedom of speech. And nor am I extremely homophobic. I'm not a card-carrying member to the Westboro Baptist Church with its blasphemously ridiculous email address of www.godhatesfags.com, because how many times have I told you all that I'm not, because I think they perpetrating a fraud, There's surely a much better way you could express your disagreement with a certain clique or particular group of peeps of folks without being damn ignorant or insane. I mean, it's not like, I'll be like saying, man, back in the day, I was kind of like, expressing some or such rather contradictory verbal sentiments, but hopefully not so much. I mean, I since grown over a period of a period of time or whatever I said, because I was like, man, I don't know. It's like I was holding some resentment for how certain gay guys or homos or faggots be like coming off like cowardly bullies in their own right. Being of whom we like it very much or love to, crowd my private little space areas for atmospheres or premises or properties or places or businesses, be it public or private, likewise, as they would do the same for premises, property, mass transits or public transportation systems with all these many different buses or train routes. I'm speaking upon those matters now they come to mind. I mean, whereas they can have more than enough available standing room area to stand in, and as well as more than enough seating plan arrangement, yet they want to come my way and crowd my private little space area. And I'm like, get a boy, practically impossible. What's up, man? What you trying? You attempting to force you? Not trying, because the word "trying" is for law-abiding American citizens and foreigners. The word attempting is for criminals, and allow them to come off like some criminal, cowardly bullies. I'm like, what you attempting to do, man? Huh? You attempting to play me? You attempting to force your alternative lifestyle preference on me? Get up off me, man! Get up off me! Anyway, though, y'all, I'm trying to chill. I'm trying to adjust to this new day. Like they say, today is the day. Today is the day of the rest of your life. None of us know when the Creator will call us to cross on over. Hopefully you be a believer in God before you're a word to do so. Because hell ain't no joke. People in hell damn people in hell want some water, man, to compliment passages out the good book, Whereas the rich man asked Lazarus for, some water. He asked the angel, rather, could Lazarus give him some water? Because Lazarus was a poor beggar, upon the planet Earth, according to the good book. And the rich man lived at the same time that he himself did, Lazarus otherwise. Lazarus would, wish for the crumbs that would fall from the rich man's table to drop into his hands if he could possibly be passing by the rich man's mansion. The rich man be having a picnic, outdoor picnic, and Lazarus were to be permitted to, walk down the sidewalk, as rich man could have a whole block set up, a couple few with tables lined up and chairs for his friends. That was before all the social distancing that we have in modern times. Anyway, though, Lazarus walked by a table and hoped that he could catch something that could drop off the table, just stash it away right quick, Times were hard back then, it's hard now, You still got some food deserts all over the city. I need some pecan pie. Oh, that dog. Anyway, dog. I didn't pray over the food. Do at least cross that. Anyway, though, so the rich man was asking an angel a question, was saying, could you please send Lazarus my way with some water? Because it's hot as damn hell in here. You can imagine something being said along the line of thought to his request. But what do you think you in, damn hell, fool? That's on you. You shouldn't have never come here without trying to believe in God, That's on you. Ain't no fault of ours. Besides all that, we can't let you have a visit from Lazarus to bring you some water. You know, I mean, only way you're gonna be like seeing him is like across this great divide that separates heaven from hell. You know what I'm saying? What do you think we got this here division for? You know, to separate the believers from the unbelievers and non-believers. If we let Lazarus cross on over, then that would set things in motion for people to think the good book as nothing more than a comic book, or so much fiction than fact, as we believers in God like to believe it to be factual. That will contest the argument of scientists who claim that it's nothing but, some compressed fables that don't have a legit, concrete argument to be considered as possible fact more than fiction. That was before it's supposed to be more than rumor that Noah's Ark has been discovered somewhere in the Russian Balkans, something like that, or Mount Ararat. I don't know. But the Russians don't want any investigative science teams to research matters, because that would throw their argument about National Socialism and communism, a non-belief or unbelief in the Creator, down the toilet bowl, down the tubes. Anyway, though, I didn't finish up with the intro, did I? Or did I not? Well, in more words or less, I did kind of got through most of it, not all of it, before I were to get to speaking upon some of such matters, subject matter, argument, or giving an argument at some of such given moment of time. Don't look like the red beard ladies. Frankly, Scarlet. Anybody think that I'm gay? I don't really give a damn or care, because I know I'm not. And I'm not anyway affiliated with the Westville Baptist Church. Cause if anything, I'd be like, though I'm pretty much a fan of the Westville Baptist Church, all the same, as you said, in his own right, possibly that much more than the Tosh O gay TV show comedy. But I'll be like saying, if anything, I'll be like saying, here's what I think of the Westville Baptist Church, really, with his bogus, ridiculously blasphemous email of www.godhatesfags.com, or to put like this here, take a hike, because if you just attempting to, pour fuel on a fire, a controversy, not trying to think to be discreet about trying to address the issue to male card carrying members to the LGBT community, that their lifestyle preference of an alternative nature is like, whack. It doesn't meet the standards of what is, natural according to the divine plan of God. You just out there homo bashing, not really thinking about caring about the feelings of card carrying members to the LGBT community. Then you nothing more than kind of like a Führer or Führer wannabe, Nazi Germany yourself. You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get me wrong. I said I was not anti-Semitic, but I do believe that the white Jewish had stole our identity, because we're the real Jews, blacks. But so much for that. Let me finish up the intro, because I usually say, so I paraphrase, not quote exactly. How you all doing? Well, I think I already said that. Yeah, how you all doing? Well, hopefully everyone is doing at least okay, if not bad yet to be said, to be feeling all right. Not best of all, to be said, to be feeling blessed and stressed, more blessed and stressed, too blessed to possibly become or be stressed. You and yours, your family, friends, hopefully me and mine likewise as well, all the same. Then regardless of whatever I could speak upon, be it a one thing or another, be it of a subject matter issue at hand, a controversy or not, be it of a plague upon any given society or any given country or nation representing the global community or not. But then hopefully I would, go about expressing my own personal views and opinions, more like a gentleman, a scholar, regardless of whatever my English or American dialect could possibly be like. I speak in the Kings and the street slang for that matter. But give me my props though. But then give me my props, I say, because I ain't having it. You know what I'm saying, home team? Homie, don't come here dissing me, man. Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Be coming off like Muhammad Ali to Bruce Lee, but in a verbal way. To you, yeah, be my famo, peeps and folks, or some such other visitors to my personal chat room, or not. I look good. Yeah, and don't be attempting to steal my trademark of this here. I had to get that copyright before somebody steal it from me. Sometimes I'm kind of lazy to take care of business at some given moment in time. Sometimes compared to other times, be on the money. You know, be on it. Get on it. Get on it. Boom, boom, boom. But then speaking on that, I'll be wondering if Tupac noticed the title to the social media broadcast. I'll be wondering if he gave up some butt cakes, gave up some butt cakes or butt pies to other guys or fellas, because it's supposed to be more than rumored. Well, that's just a difference of opinion. Some believe, some doubt, that he was giving up butt cakes to other males, to get initiated before he got stumped otherwise, He's supposed to be giving up butt cakes like Tracy Morgan. Now, I don't know about what's his face, the black bro by the name of what was that, Kevin Hart. I'm wondering. I mean, though he at one time or another, I seen him in a what you call a photo, pic or picture or video of him wearing a dress, But then all the same, he was homo bashing, But I'm kind of wondering. I'm trying to give him the benefit of that regardless because he was homo bashing. Don't get me wrong. I'm not condoning homo bashing like saying though. But he was wearing a dress or a skirt and everything like the white boy in that candy bar commercial. One of the white boys that played one of the sergeants in the vintage pop culture classic movie flick or film called Platoon, where it's not Sergeant Elias. I mean, no. It was Sergeant Elias. Sorry, my bad. Not Sergeant Barnes is what I mean to say, but Sergeant Elias, where the other white boy that played the part of Sergeant Elias was wearing a dress in a candy bar television commercial, and that symbolized that they sold out. They really gone the extra mile to sell their souls to the devil, because that's a part of the ritual initiation process. They have to give other males head, or get plugged or corked by other males down there in the land down under for their duty wipe hole or dookie hole. Get all kinds of other males dookie sticks going up in them, especially doggy style, spread eagle style, where other males would be like, busting slob in their mouth, French kissing them, and licking or sucking on their man tits, man nipples. Be like, baby needs milk. Give me some sugar. Diggity. To be compared onto a gay pedophile Catholic priest abusing an underage male minor of a boy, in an intimate, sensual, or sexual kind of way that is taboo or socially unacceptable, criminally illegal. As the average Catholic priest, the majority of Catholic priests be off into that, come off like gay butthead, bonehead, brain dead, brainwashed, brainless, dinosaur turd, caveman characters of the real life Fred Flintstones and Barney Rubbles of the not so friendly sort of type compared to the male cartoon characters, and as they be going after boys in a gay way. Even so be watching boy kitty porn and could possibly be fans of the gay TV show Tosh O themselves, but be like, really committed, real committed characters who had paid homage to it or become card-carrying members to the LGBT community in NAMBLA. That's one of them secret societies that is gay origins, gay persuasion that believes in abusing boys in an intimate, sensual, sexual way. NAMBLA, I think it's called the North Atlantic Men Boy Lovers Association or the National Alliance of Men Boy Lovers. Disgusting, man. Anyway, getting back to some of such other, I was saying, God don't hate faggots. Whoever told you God hate faggots, whoever tell any of y'all, we telling y'all a lie when it comes to that. Because if God hated anybody, then he couldn't give up his life upon the cross of Calvary as the perfect sacrifice to save the lost human souls of humankind. So, Westboro Baptist Church, you're wrong. Do I like some, not all of your videos? Like I like some of what the president defeated. I call Mr. Moneybags dotard Donald Trump the president defeated compared to his political challenger, the president-elect Joe Biden, Slow Joe, being the president-elect. President Donald Trump being the president defeated. Whereas I like some of the things that he was like going about with compared to other things I didn't like. Was one thing. Don't take this the wrong way, but I don't believe that gay people should be in the U.S. military. That's just me. So I say as former or prior military enlistment personnel, because you may jeopardize the lives of your fellow American GIs, So when President Donald Trump barred them from the U.S. military, I was like, bet. And another thing I like is when President Donald Trump, President Drunk Trump, like saying, I do sound like a drunk for hype for one that's supposed to be in recovery. I broke my sobriety most recently. I had a few years of sobriety up on my belt. Now I only have a few months. Yeah, but I thinking about something else. Drunk History TV show. That's a funny TV show, comedy. But anyway, getting back to some of such other. Yeah, another thing I like what President Donald Trump did was when he had he was a major player in trying to keep the Islamic-moslem-terrorists as well as the Mexican drug cartel lords out of our own country and nation. But for him to call the coronavirus or COVID-19 that of the corona Chinese virus, but then I like how he renamed it to sound less offensive when he called it the corona China virus, when it was still quite offensive that day, but they didn't give him, but not as offensive as the other one he called before then. At one time, I was calling it myself, the coronavirus, COVID-19. I was calling it the corona faggot virus or COVID-19 homo global pandemic for the simple reason, whereas I was reflecting upon how HIV or AIDS had originated with male card-carrying members of the LGBT community of homos or faggots and transgenders, and therefore they are some of the main ones whose immunity system is compromised, so they would be more likely, more often than not, some of such that could contribute to the spread of the present coronavirus or COVID-19 before I had to debunk that argument, because regardless of the possibilities that could be ever so true or the fact of the matter, more fact than fiction, but I say I don't want to be assumed to be of the likes of President Donald Trump now, because lately it seemed like for the last remaining days of his political administration, he's been really becoming that much more like a dotard, a real. And if he don't get his funky ass out the White House, funky foul ass, at one time, he discriminated against blacks when it comes to the housing industry. He wouldn't let blacks become residents or tenants for his real estate premises properties, But then, anyway, I was about to say, to finish up, as in complete a form of previous line thought. If you don't help me get this funky foul, let me say that, funky foul butt, put it like that, saying I'm supposed to be trying to get right with God as a believer. But if you don't help him get his butt out the White House come January, January 20th or January 21st of next year, then other Secret Service agents and the police and military may have to remove him and his political cabinet out the White House. But they ain't playing it. Y'all hear what I'm saying, y'all? Huh? They ain't playing that, homie. Famo, they ain't playing that. You know that fascist faggot, no offense meant to male car carrying members to the LGBT community for the last that I mentioned. Well, I mean, now it sounds like Elmer Fudd to or Slash Stallone to Ronald Reagan. Slash Stallone with the speech impediment and speech defect. Ronald Reagan with memory lapse. But anyway, what was I saying? Before I lose my train of thought. Oh, well, what the hell? Damn. Now I'm losing the morning. Anyway, I was saying how. What was that? What was that? Well, last I was talking about how they're pulling him out the White House, you know. And whereas he is more than now I remember he more, well, at least it's one time I remember something I was about to say compared to, I can't remember something that I said with my last social media broadcast. But anyway, the North Korean commie dictator, fastest faggot, I mean this, from another point of view. So none of you male car carrying members of the LGBT community should get offended by that, It just another way of saying cowardly bully. Not that all faggots, much more familiar faggots, are cowardly bullies in their own right. That would be wrong to put them all in the same basket, But let me put it like this. Yeah. Well, one time another North Korean dictator, Kim Jong-un, had called President Donald Trump a dotard, And I'm kind of like wondering now if Kim Jong-un, but then he got a bad sister, man. His sister look bling. I would mind, grabbing her love handles as her next new boo if I had a chance to become or be something except for her, bro. Especially doggy style, spread eagle style, saying I'm not gay, I'm with that program, y'all. I ain't going out like that, I cut all ties to any secret societies and royal family. Not that I ever got plugged or cork, Now, don't get me wrong. At one time or another, I was romancing the thought of becoming a bisexual male, but I never put it into practice in a physical kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Because I guess that one may say so as a figure of speech for the sake of argument, more often than not. I like ladies, real born and raised female person representing the opposite sex just too much. More or less like Petey Green. Petey Green, he was a black brother, had his own talk show, but he was more ghetto. He was more ghetto than legit. Well, he was kind of legit, but he was more ghetto than using proper verbal etiquette. But then one of the black brothers that he hooked up with to get his own TV show going, black brother that was already there for a radio station, he was more like square. And he started to try to imitate Petey Green because he was a sellout in his own right. I would say punk ass faggot. I don't mean it in a homo bash kind of way. Let me rephrase. He was a sellout. He was a wuss or a whip of a man. Might will be one of the much more familiar faggots. Representing less manhood. He was a sellout. Like the average street punk or skinhead is a sellout, kind of faggot, if not actual faggot. Like the average racist redneck white boy, like the average black, Hispanic, and Asian street punk. But anyway, y'all, let me wrap this up. And I hope y'all have been entertained, even so not to mention educated and enlightened by something I could have said, I mean, just as I would speak upon any given subject matter, or regard whether I would speak upon a few, arguments to be debated with the many different views and opinions affiliated associated with some of such representing that thereof, but this one and that one, be how I would speak upon four or more for that matter. But then don't kill the messenger. I'm just here to live and hopefully with that much less usages of the splendor of profanity compared on to that much more cuss words. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, then, likewise, well, all the same that be said and stated for that record. And hopefully that much less like someone or such one been of whom is supposed to believe in God as in Christian, aka Protestant. No, don't go there. Don't even try, don't even think it. Hopefully I would speak more like some, not to mean that seem like it was sounding if I'm contradicting myself. Hopefully I would speak more like a believing God as in Christian as I am. But what I mean to say, and what I had meant, is that hopefully that much less like someone or someone being of whom is supposed to be a believing God as a Christian, aka Protestant, playing the part of the devil's advocate, lesser two evils than a prodigal son, being of a believer, the one sheep that is strayed from the 99 that is yet to get right with God, once again, that yet to really like come back into the fold or be ready, they yet to be ready to do just that, and not drag one behind or butt to try to get back into the fold. Then, because though any believers in God being of the few cannot lose our salvation, but then we could lose our blessings while we're down here upon the planet Earth. Being any prodigal sons or prodigal daughters, for that matter, real true believers of the few compared to the majority or most churchgoers being on whatsoever religious denominations are nothing but the worst or the worstest of unbelievers and non-believers, being of deceivers who pretend to have become or pretend to be believers in God. But in all reality, they would be considered as being likewise well all the same. The worst of the worstest of closet devil worshippers, being of whom make up the majority of churchgoers or most or whatever religious denominations. Anyway, though, let me wrap this up. As I would usually speak upon some of such matters, this subject matter, that subject matter, a couple of few or four more given arguments that are controversial or not, or a plague upon any given society for a country, a nation here and there, or wherever in the global community or not. Then I would give the closing as well, and by saying, and so I paraphrase, not quote exactly, and I get back with you all later. But then if any of you haven't gotten Christ as your own personal Lord and Savior, I would hope that you would think to do so now, while the blood is still running warm in your veins, before the evil days come upon you, being because God is not to be mocked. What you sow is what you shall reap. If you have not accepted Christ as your own personal Lord and Savior, I will hope that you would think to do so now while the blood is still running warm in your veins. For that or some or such, give them one more time. Then that because, if you haven't accepted Christ as your own personal Lord and Savior, then from there, your final resting place will be the lake of fire, damn hell. Type of something. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish, but shall have everlasting eternal life. So, I try to give a comment in my broadcast, though sometimes I forget. Comment, let's print it. Yeah, because if you have not accepted Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, as I was saying, your final resting place will be the lake of fire, damn hell, where you would be assembled with the rest of the unbelievers or non-believers who did not, get that insurance policy for the afterlife, for the hereafter, once you would cross on over to the great beyond, that will permit you to become a citizen of the kingdom of heaven, to be among us otherwise, whereas you would be assembled with the unbelievers and non-believers and be tortured by the devil and the demon for all eternity, compared to how believing God would have become citizens of the kingdom of heaven.